I don't know why only Fee and Courtney are all-stars when you have best team in the league by a few games.
Breaking news cracked the WNBA All-Star Draft wide open the moment Caitlin Clark leaned toward her microphone, fixed her gaze on Nafisa Collier, and asked, almost casually, "Want to trade coaches?" Collier's grin served as a signature.
There are teams that are below us in the standings by a lot that have 3 All-Stars. Historically, teams at the top get minimum of 3, oftentimes 4. So really disappointing.
15 heartbeats later, 4-time champion Cheryl Reeve, the coach who had famously clipped Clark from last summer's Olympic roster, strode to Collier's side, while Liberty strategist Sandy Brondello took the vacant seat next to Clark.
The same way you didn't give 2 shits about Caitlin Clark's fan base and all that, don't nobody give 2 shits about your crime. You know what I'm saying?
A segment built for polite banter suddenly felt like center ice at a heavyweight stare-down. Coach Swap vaulted to the top of social feeds within minutes, but the feud was hardly new.
And the fact that you're coaching Caitlin Clark's team, I don't understand why you had to make it a big deal and say, oh, well, this team's below us to have more plays and us, and it's disappointing. And what are you talking about?
It began in spring 2024 when Reeve fired off a late-night post complaining that national broadcasts were locked on one rookie.
Of course, Reeve is Collier's head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, so that makes sense. But the drama is going to come from Reeve having previously been critical on social media about the amount of attention Clark received relative to the rest of the league.
She punctuated it with number 12 teams and the W is more than one player, a virtual eye-roll Clark supporters screenshotted forever. Tension escalated as every Logo 3 Clark buried against Minnesota flashed across highlight shows. 2 months after that tweet, reporters asked Reeve how she felt about an expected tide of Clark jerseys at Target Center. "I don't give 2 expletives," she shot back, turning playful rivalry into personal ice.
Not to mention being the coach of Team USA that Caitlin Clark was so famously snubbed from. Of course, Reeve wasn't a part of the official committee, but, some may believe she had some say in how all that went down.
The chill deepened during Olympic selection. When Clark's name was missing from the Paris roster, pundits called the omission stunningly bad. Arguing Reeve had let ego override talent, Reeve insisted a committee made the cut, but Hoops Twitter rendered its verdict in capital letters. Clark answered on the scoreboard. On July 1st, while nursing a groin tweak in street clothes, she watched Indiana storm into Minneapolis and snatch the Commissioner's Cup 74-59.
They asked Caitlin Clark, "Hey Caitlin, are there any player trades you like to make?" Nah, I'm kind of set with my team, but I would like to trade coaches.
Cameras lingered on her sideline, high fives longer than on Lynx shot attempts, and local headlines screamed, "Silent Night in July." For home fans, Clark's wave to Fever supporters felt like salt on an open wound. 8 days later, the league assigned Reeve to coach Clark in the All-Star game. Clark's on-air suggestion to flip Reeve for Brondello wasn't mischief. It was controlled detonation.
She picked her friends. She made sure she picked no ops, as people like to call them. She made sure there were no ops on her team. If she's played with a player before, like Sonia Citron, she picked her.
Studios ran the clip in super slow motion, searching for the instant Reeve's smile evaporated. Reeve landed back in Minneapolis after 1 a.m., summoned Collier to the practice facility, and passed out scouting packets stamped, "Stop the Splash." Each page featured Clark punishing lazy traps. Every margin bore the command, "Make her pass," in red marker. Staffers swear Reeve rewrote half her playbook by dawn and dubbed the exhibition her off-season revenge tour. Across the country, Brondello turned Gainbridge Fieldhouse into a test lab. 4 shooters hugged the arc. Clark drilled a 37-footer, spun before it dropped, and laughed. Too late. An intern posted the clip. 2 million views followed before lunch, along with memes of Reeve ducking imaginary laser beams.
Caitlin Clark want all the smoke. Caitlin Clark want all the smoke, bruh. Bruh, she just annihilated Cheryl Reeve on national television. I didn't see that coming.
Roster philosophy now splits cleanly along ideological lines. Team Clark rolls out Aja Wilson's downhill power, Aaliyah Boston's glass dominance, Sabrina Ionescu's orbiting gravity, Satu Sabali's slashing chaos, and bench artillery in Jewel Lloyd plus rookie Paige Beekers, a lineup built for breathable fire. Team Collier counters with Brianna Stewart's elastic defense, Alicia Gray's perimeter nastiness, Nneka Ogwumiki's veteran guile, Skylar Diggins-Smith's relentless engine, and rookie Angel Reese itching to raid every passing lane, all funneled through Reeve's granite glare.
I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Fee's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it.
One retired MVP ditched the word exhibition and renamed the matchup Game 7 in sequence. Fans responded just as fiercely. 20 busloads of Lynx diehards announced a Reeve-Eng tour caravan to Indianapolis, pledging to paint a downtown bar sea green for 72 straight hours. Fever season ticket holders fired back with t-shirts reading "Reeve would kill for this jersey." Upper deck seats that once cost $75 now fetch $200. Gainbridge has already doubled tunnel security. League executives scrambled to catch up, circulating a captain trade protocol memo in case future drafts swap trainers, video crews, or mascots. A marketing director quipped that Clark and Collier had done for WNBA storylines what the slam dunk contest once did for the NBA. Proof drama can thrive without affecting standings. Broadcasters ordered extra isocams for coach huddles, and an indie crew pitched a behind-the-scenes series titled No Permission Needed. For the principals, the math is simpler. Every Brondello-approved logo, 3 lets Clark answer the Olympic snub without opening her mouth. Every turnover Reeve engineers proves her criticism was tactical, not petty. Collier sits between them, eager to erase July 1st and restore Minnesota's swagger. A hot mic caught Collier muttering, "She wanted smoke. Let's see if she can breathe it." Asked about the new target on her back, Clark smirked. Targets are easiest to hit when you stand still. Then mimed an arrow into the rafters. Clark's Midwestern roots add extra fuse. She grew up in West Des Moines wearing Maya Moore's teal number, 23 until the letters peeled. And before the 2024 draft, she half-joked that playing for the Lynx would be a dream, except someone has to guard me. Reeve laughed on local TV, great for ticket sales, terrible for our scouting report. What once sounded playful now fuels every Minnesota close-out drill and every Indiana late-night shooting session. July 19th offers the perfect stage. Clark's home arena sold out months ago and beamed worldwide on networks Reeve once accused of rookie obsession. Lynx loyalists crave the thrill of seeing their coach outwit the phenom on her own floor. Fever faithful want a highlight so viral it trends before halftime. Analysts have filled entire shows with speculation. Gino Auriemma called the coach swap the most delicious bit of gamesmanship women's hoops has ever seen, while Sue Bird forecast double technicals by the second quarter. NBA voices piled on. Draymond Green tweeted, "Coach trades? The W needs that patent," and Kevin Durant responded with popcorn emojis. Odds makers slashed the over-under and opened bets on a Clark 40-footer before halftime. Merch managers pounced. Split jerseys, half sea green, half navy, sold out in an hour, and a local brewery released an IPA dubbed Coach Swap Hops. Ticket brokers in Chicago fielded calls from resellers who had never touched women's hoops inventory. Inside each locker room, the vibe feels like playoffs wearing glitter. Aaliyah Boston swears she hasn't seen Reeve breathe since the swap. Diggins-Smith calls the atmosphere Game 7. Ogwumike reminds rookies that all-star bonuses still cash, so play hard and enjoy the pyrotechnics. Reeve has banned the word fun, while Brondello leans into it, letting Clark DJ practice with whatever tracks keep the tempo high. Yet beneath the hype, 2 competitors remain disarmingly human. Reeve admits to staff that Clark's range keeps her up nights. Clark replays the Olympic snub whenever she needs juice for extra sprints. Their pre-game smiles will be polite but steel-tipped. Picture the opening tip. Clark accepts the ball, crosses half court, and launches from 35 feet before Reeve's defense can blink. If it splashes, the roar could ripple all the way to Purdue. If it bricks, Collier's flex and Reeve's grin will be meme material by morning. Either outcome guarantees the feud lives long after the confetti is swept. A tweet, a roster snub, and a 15-second gamble. Sometimes, that's all it takes to turn a league subplot into the axis of a season. Cheryl Reeve and Caitlin Clark struck the match. The rest of us get to watch the fireworks starting July 19th and echoing through every rematch the schedule can muster.